warm welcome to all the distinguished guests, faculties, industry representatives, and board members to Sambhav 2025, the Industry Academia Collaboration Conclave organized by Sri Chandrasekharendra Saraswati Vishwa Mahavidyalaya. We are delighted to have you all with us today for this insightful and inspiring event where academia meets industry to shape the future.
Let us begin this special occasion by seeking the blessings of Almighty. Now, I request everyone to stand for the invocation and prayer.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Agnir Devata Bato Devata Surjo Devata Chandrama Devata Basavo Devata Rudra Devata Ditya Devata Maruto Devata Vishve Deva Devata Brehaspatir Devatendro Devata Varuno Devata Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Thank you. Now, to officially commence today's event, I invite our esteemed Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. R. Vasant Kumar Mehta, sir, to deliver the welcome address. Let's put our hand together to welcome him.
Respected Vice Chancellor, Deans of the different schools, Professors of Practice, Placement Officer, and leaders from industry. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to today's conclave. And we have named today's conclave as Sambhav. So Sambhav denotes possibilities. In fact, I would say it denotes infinite possibilities. So this actually started off as a conversation with our dear Krish Shankar, post one of his sessions for faculty members on soft skills that he did in sometime in late January. And today it has blossomed into this nice event during the spring season. So I take great pleasure in welcoming you all to Sambhav 2025. And our placement officer Kannan has nicely put a logo for the event. Oh, unfortunately, it's missing here. So I thought I'll call it out. It's there in the card maybe. So we are all holding hands, and that really personifies that we are going to have a good partnership. So that's the whole objective here. We are all bound by a common goal, and that goal is to enable the youth of today who have chosen the path of higher education to develop into all-round personalities and achieve great things. And they'll achieve it not only for themselves, but also for their families, our society, and the nation. So many of our students are from humble backgrounds. So some of them are first-time graduates, and many of them are from rural and agrarian families. They may not have had the best of access to high school education, and they may not have the best of facilities even during their schooling. But what we aspire here at SCSVMV is to give them the best of facilities and to educate them, to empower them, to excite them towards a great career and to help them pursue their dreams. So we are here to ensure that none of these are a challenge or a deterrent for them to pursue their path, the chosen path. So I'm sure you all share the same belief. And in your long career, you may have scripted many such success stories. I think each one of you have illustrious career in industry. And you may have played your small bit in ensuring that somebody like this from a humble background gets into a nice position and he's living a dream job or he's living a dream life. So today I invite you to join us so that together we can fulfill the aspirations of our students who are going to make us all proud with their accomplishments. For this, we need to have a consistent partnership. We need to have a constant engagement and periodic exchanges to make this a reality. So in this context, I would like to call out the support that we are receiving from some of our industry partners. So especially in the area of setting up labs, because each lab here is a a gateway to a lot of good academic and research activity. So we have a lab on robotics that is being sponsored by our next door neighbor, L&T Walls. And we have a lab on mobile application development that is being supported by the State Bank of India. We are in the process of setting up a fintech lab that the Central Bank of India is helping us establish. We are also trying to set up an idea lab for which we are still scouting for an industry partner. So I thought I'll just put it in your ears. If you can facilitate something on that front, it'll be great. So on a different note, we also are at a juncture where lifelong learning has become it's just not a phrase. Technology is evolving so rapidly that we need to have a lot of learning for all of our employees. So here's an opportunity. We also call upon you to have your employees join here and take part in the various programs. So we have undergrad, postgrad, and postdoctoral level programs, doctoral and postdoctoral. So we'll be very happy to see some of your employees be part of our academic system here. So as I mentioned before, let us join hands. The possibilities are infinite. I welcome you all to today's program to discuss, debate, and deliberate on the way forward to implement our shared vision. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. Our vision truly sets the foundation for fruitful collaborations between industry and academia.
Moving forward, we have the honor of hearing from our Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. G. Srinivasu, who will deliver the felicitation address.
अपार करुणा सिंधुम ज्ञानदम शांतरूपिणम श्री चंद्रशेखर गुरुम प्रणमामि मुदान्वः. We are very delighted to have all of you here with us. Hearty welcome to all experienced in industrial area. Now you know the academics and industries both are you can say brothers or like friends. They have to move hand in hand. So I think the students, even AICTE is giving importance for practical approach. 30% of syllabus we can make for industrial connection. That is one thing. And UGC also now thinking about the reducing the compulsory attendance percentage. That is now 75% of attendance is mandatory for appearing examinations. But recently, last week, Secretary of UGC expressed that they are going to reduce this 75% percentage of attendance in order to facilitate students for practical approach. Theoretical approach, of course, practical approach is more required. So we have these facilities from statutory bodies, and here all our students are hostelers. They are particular engineering students. They are available throughout the year, that is 24 hours they are here with us. So after 4 o'clock when classes are closed, then we can give them some additional inputs from companies. My idea is what companies expect from the academics, that we have to rethink. Now what is going on is, as I understand, in 4th year only, final semester they are going for internships or some training they have been given after selection, 6 months or 3 months, and then they are inducted in employment. But that induction, that training program, we can periodically, we can do from 2nd year onwards. That is continuously not here. We can allow students maximum of 2.5 months. In final year only we can allow them for 4 months. But this period, if we break into so many periods, so many schedules, Then from second year onwards, if we start this type of training for them and understanding for them, then it will be better to reach final goals. uh, it will help students also and as well as industries also. So what I think is, we will have experts from all industries for our syllabus formation. We will get the advisors. We will send our syllabus to all of you. Please see. And then anything required for companies, for factory, for industry, you can suggest theoretical or practical, whatever it may be. So these suggestions we can put forth in board of studies meeting, and then accordingly we will make syllabus. And second year onwards we will start this type of exercise. And this is more important, as I think. This is one idea. And number two, the professor of practice, now UGC is allowing professor of practice. So that is meant for the students should know about the industries. So the professor of practice will help students to take them to industries and give practical approach. So these type of appointments also we can make here from industry side. Any experts, for that the highest qualification of as professors are required. That type of qualification is not required. Only industry exposure and interest in guiding students, that is only required. So if you help in this way, from industries also we can take them into our university system. And then number three, research areas, PhDs we are having in almost all subjects. So the part-time PhDs also we are having. Vacancies are also there in science and technology fields. If anybody interested, that also we can go ahead combining. And as are told, employees of your industries, for them part-time engineering courses according to their qualification, their requirement, we will also arrange those part-time courses. And that also flexibility, with flexible time schedule, we can plan that also. So these many areas we have to think. And now the 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 what is going on in industries with academia, we have to change the thinking. Somewhat new we have to create in order to facilitate, help the industries as well as academics. So please think about this. And we welcome you all for this conference. And this is the first ever big meeting after 4 years. So Sambhavami yuge yuge. Sambhav means when I heard the word Sambhav, then I remembered the statement of Sri Krishna, Sambhavami yuge yuge. I will take birth in every yuga to protect the dharma. So periodically we will also appear in this university, Sambhavami yuge yuge. Periodically we will also meet, and we will go hand in hand. Thank you for accepting our invitation. Please join with us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words and for emphasizing the importance of bridging the gap between industry and education. Now, I request our Pro Vice Chancellor, sir, and Vice Chancellor, sir, to honor the dignitaries with a momentum and a shawl.
Thank you, sir. Now let's dive into the core of today's event, the industry academia interaction. This is where ideas, experiences, and insights will be exchanged to build a better future for students and professionals alike. We invite our esteemed industry representatives to share their valuable thoughts.
Very good afternoon to all of you. Being the immediate neighbor of Shankara University, I am very much honored and privileged to inaugurate this discussion. In fact, myself, Srihari Annaya, representing L&T Valves, and this Kanchipuram unit particularly was started in the year 1993. So almost 4 decades of existence we are having, and we are having very close and strong association with the university. And I have been here for the last 2.5 years, and we both are mutually collaborating each other, and these relationships are very good. And Mr. Vasant used to interact with me on continuous basis, and as well as the faculties and placement officers also. And as a HR professional, this initiative, I see it as a right step in the right direction, and definitely it will give you a fillip to this institute, and we are there to support you in all the forums, and mainly we are already taking the support from the university in terms of internships and as well as projects, providing projects to the students, and few of them are working as our staff member also, and many of the students have joined in the NAPS scheme, and they are doing a very good job, and every month there used to be some around 10 to 15 students of Sankara University used to meet me. In fact, I have the practice of meeting even every NAPS aspiring candidate. So I could see a differentiator in them, and they are very good in the discipline, and they are very cultured and well-mannered. So those are all the positive aspects of the Sankara students. And mainly what going forward, and as Chancellor said, we will think of interacting with this third year and final year students, and give them some inputs that we expect from the students, so that they will be readily available for job from the day one of joining. And in fact, in L&T, for engineers, graduate engineers, we have a scheme of corporate level induction. That is, they go for these campus recruitments, and they have certain guidelines. Based on that only we strictly follow. So even we get graduate engineers allocated from our corporate office, Mumbai. So we don't have any role to play. Whereas for diploma engineers, if you, do you have diploma? I don't think, yeah. So diplomas, if you can think of starting some diploma programs, especially in mechanical engineering, that will be of very much use. Because in our strategic plan, we also want to augment our production facility. So where we will be requiring this mechanical diploma students for our shop floors more than engineers. So those students, if they are available, then we will be glad to associate with them by giving them necessary inputs and make use of them from the day one. And coming to arts and science front, yes, we are taking your students again in our various services departments in the NAPS and contract scheme, and that process is going on. And I'm happy to mention that we have also, as a part of our corporate social responsibility initiative, we have tied up with the university. We are providing one robotics and automation lab in this department of mechanical, and this process is underway. Hopefully in another couple of months that lab will be set up. And we are also happy to participate to share our inputs in this curriculum formation, as you said. For that also, in fact, I will collaborate my R&D experts who are located here. They are very good in this walls manufacturing and technologies. So they are also ready to share their insights. So I will assign few employees for this assignment so that it will be mutually beneficial for us. And I assure you, sir, being located next to our campus, and I am assure you that we will provide all the necessary support in the growth path so that we will mutually benefit each other. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I am Jagadeesan from Lucas TVS Party. Sorry I could join late. I was waiting in the library hall. I was directed there. Then I came here just now. I spend my time in library. It has got full of knowledgeable books in all categories. I am really surprised because I have graduated from IIT Madras Mechanical Engineer. I am surprised to see all the books here. It's really wonderful. Okay. And the students are, they are also very engaged. So it's really nice. And from the point of industry collaboration, academia collaboration, we are having ties up with various colleges. We are taking up engineers, diploma holders, art science people in various categories. Okay. We are taking in mechanical, electrical, electronics, artificial intelligence. In all branches, we are recruiting people. And we have been moving ahead and giving them training from their internship to recruitment. And as he has mentioned, curriculum also we are getting involved in various colleges, and we are trying to improve the diploma courses, training, everything. How it can be practically utilized. Like that, we are changing the curriculum also. That is also very important, we felt, because many things people study theory, but they are not able to apply in practice. So when they are practically oriented, they are able to apply it directly. So that is how we are trying to manage. And transdisciplinary, because mechanical engineer should not know only mechanical engineering. He should know other subjects also. So like that, we are giving a transdisciplinary curriculum development so that nowadays a man should know overall picture of the engineering, though he is having in-depth knowledge of one particular. So like that, we are giving support to curriculum development also. So we will be definitely supporting you, sir. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for the invitation, sir. So myself, Ranjit, HR Head, Kushot India Private Limited, located in Steeperumundur. So we are a Tier 1 MNC company. We are manufacturing AdBlue tanks and fuel level sensors. And global level, we have a units. So we did not expect this collaboration meeting. So first I got call from Mr. Prakash sir and Mr. Kannan, placement officer. And they called regarding campus interview. So after that, they invited this program. ஸோ நமக்கு வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தாய்லாந்துலேயும் மெக்சிகோவில் இப்போ ஓப்பனிங் நிறைய போயிட்டுருக்கு. ஸோ அதை பற்றி தான் உங்கள் கேண்டிடேட்ஸ் எனக்கு ரொம்ப தேவைன்றதுனால தான் நான் காண்டாக்ட் பண்ண ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணேன் நான். அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் வந்து இந்த இன்விடேஷன் கூப்பிட்டாங்க. எம்ஓஏ இருக்குது, சில கொலாபரேஷன்லாம் இருக்குதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு. அது ரியலி இம்ப்ரெஸ்டு. ஸோ என்ன தான் இருக்குதுன்னு பார்க்கலான்னு தான் இங்கே வந்தோம் நம்ம. ஸோ முக்கியமாக தேங்க்யூ சார். ஓகே. ஸோ சொன்ன கொலாபரேஷன்ஸ் இல்லை எக்ஸ்ப்ளனேஷனில் ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்காக இருந்துச்சு. ஸோ டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுவோம் நம்ம வந்து பார்த்திங்கன்னா அதை பற்றி. எஸ்பெஷலி எனக்கு கேண்டிடேட்ஸ் வேணும். இப்போ எனக்கு ஓவர்சீஸ் லெவலில் தாய்லாந்தில் சென்ஜோங் சோன்ற ஒரு சிட்டிலையும் அண்ட் மெக்சிகோவில் மானிட்ரி சிட்டிலையும் வந்து எங்கள் ஃபேக்ட்ரி இருக்குது. ஸோ கேண்டிடேட்ஸ் தேவை, எஸ்பெஷலி பிஇ கிராஜுவேஷன்ஸ் அண்ட் எம்பிஏ. ஸோ அதை பற்றி நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுவோம். தேங்க்யூ. MBA, HR Finance, especially finance background. Okay, and EC and triple E, BE, mechanical. EC, triple E, mechanical. ஸோ நம்ம வந்து ப்ளோ மோல்டிங் மிஷின்ஸ், இன்ஜெக்ஷன் மோல்டிங் மிஷின்ஸ், அண்ட் ரோட்டோ மோல்டிங் மிஷின்ஸ் அண்ட் ரொபோட்டிக்ஸ் மிஷின்ஸ்லாம் இருக்குது நம்மக்கிட்ட. நம்ம பண்ணுற ப்ராடக்ட் வந்து பார்த்திங்கன்னா ஆட் ப்ளூ டேங்க், சம் பீப்புள் கால் யூரியா டேங்க். இப்போ வந்து கவர்மெண்ட் வந்து இன்சிஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க BS4 இன்ஜின்ஸ்லாம் வந்து ஏர் எமிஷனை கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணுறதுக்காக. ஸோ இந்த டேங்க்லேருந்து வர ஆட் ப்ளூன்ற ஒரு கெமிக்கல் வந்து எமிஷன் ஆகிற இதில் வந்து ஸ்ப்ரே பண்ணுறதுனால ஸோ நல்ல எமிஷனாக நமக்கு வரும். ஸோ அதை நான் பண்ணுறது நம்ம. And our customers is Ashok Leyland, Mahindra, Isuzu Motors, Daimler, top OEMs. Okay.
So Ratnakumar sir, you
Okay.
இப்போ
Thank
இது
you.
எல்லாமே இவங்களுக்கு செலக்ஷன் வரதுக்குள்ள நாம ஏதாவது
ஸோ ட்ரைனிங்கை நாங்களே கொடுத்துருவோம்.
நீங்க கொடுப்பீங்க.
ஆமாம்.
நீங்க செலக்ஷன் பண்றதுக்கு முன்னால
ஓகே.
for your selection purpose.
Okay.
இப்போ நீங்க ஜெனரலா இருக்கும்போது he is not selected, he is selected னு சொல்றீங்க. If we give any training,
ஸோ
all will be selected.
ஸோ எங்களுக்கும் சில சார்ட் இருக்குது, ஒரு வேகன்சி பொசிஷன் இருக்குது. பட் ட்ரை பண்ணுறோம் சார், எல்லாருமே எடுக்க ட்ரை பண்ணுறோம் கண்டிப்பாக. ஸோ ஃபஸ்ட்டு வி வென்ட் டு வி மீட் KVR சார், சங்கா காலேஜ். இவன் நானே இங்கே படிக்கணும்னு ஆசைப்பட்டவன் தான், நான் இங்கே படிக்க முடியல. நான் படித்த MBAலாம் வேறு இடத்துல. ஸோ ஆனால் சங்கரா காலேஜ் அப்பப்போ வருவேன். ரொம்பவே எனக்கு ரொம்ப அங்கே காண்டாக்ட் இருக்குது அதிகமாக எனக்கு. ஸோ இதுக்குள்ளே வரணுன்றது செகண்ட் டைம் வரேன். ரொம்ப நான் கவர்மெண்ட் எக்ஸாம் எழுதும்போது இங்கே வந்திருக்கேன். இங்கே HRD ஆகிட்டு இந்த மீட்டிங் அட்டன் பண்ணுறதுலாம் புதுசாக இருக்குது எனக்கு. ஓகே, பார்ப்போம் நம்ம. ஸோ வி ஆர் இன் 2016 இருந்து நாங்கள் நம்ம பிளான்டிங் இருக்குது ஸ்ரீபெரும்புதூர், மாம்பாக்கம். இல்லை, சங்கரா காலேஜெலாம் வந்துட்டு தான் இருக்காங்க. பாசிபிள் இருக்குது. ஸோ வந்தால் ஓகே தான், விஷயம் எனக்கு கண்டிப்பாக. ஓகே, நானே HR ஃபைனான்ஸ் தான் சார். இப்போது அண்ணா யூனிவர்சிட்டி ரூல் பிரகாரம் 2 எலெக்டிவ் எடுத்து ஆகணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன் நம்ம. பட் நம்ம டீம்டுன்றதால நீங்கள் எப்படின்னு தெரியல. ஓகே. ஸோ சம்டைம் இன்டர்ன்ஷிப் வரவங்க நாங்கள் என்ன பண்ணுவோம்னா, அந்த 2 month 3 month இறங்கன்னா, ஸோ அவங்க பிஹேவியர் அவங்களுடைய அந்த பீரியட்லேயே நல்லா இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா, ஸோ நாங்கள் அப்படியே எடுத்து போனாங்க. ஏன்னா கூட இருக்காங்க, தெரியும்ல நமக்கு எப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. நமக்கு கொஞ்சம் இதுவாக இருந்தேன்னா இன்டர்ன்ஷிப் முடிச்சுட்டு போயிடுவாங்க. அப்படி பார்க்கும்போது எனக்கு நல்ல அட்டனஸ், குட் இன் அட்டனஸ், குட் இன் மார்க்ஸ், குட் இன் CCP எல்லாம் இருக்குது, நல்லா இருக்குன்னா சின்னப்படுத்து. ஓகே. Long means how? No issue, we can support up to 3 month. Okay. Okay. Okay, sir. Fine. When compared to long-term internship, we do like flexible internship. Okay. For example, as you told, 20 days, 15 days, or 1 month, whatever it we can agree it. Yes. Please recommend good candidates to with us. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor and a privilege to be here in this campus today and amongst all of you. I come from a very, I think, an outlier in this group. Come from this company called Zinov. I represent 2 companies here. One is Zinov, another one is Drop. Zinov, pathina, it's a management consulting company. We've been there for 20 plus years, primarily consulting HR organizations and sales organizations. Right? That's been the focus. We have consultants across the globe who are working with Fortune 100 companies across the globe. Drop, it's on the other side. We are kind of, it was incubated within Zinov. It's a startup. what we do is it's a AI platform which is primarily providing talent intelligence for HR professionals again. What we do is, there's a lot of AI models that we're building as a part of it. It's an AI company basically, or a software platform area. How are we able to provide intelligence for CHRO organizations or HR strategy organizations, right? So we work with quite a lot of CHROs across the globe. That's kind of the model for Drop. How did I end up here in Kanchipuram? 6 years back, we wanted to, our CEO is from Nemli, and he wanted to, whenever he comes home, I think his mom gives him 100 resumes, so I don't know how many of you are familiar with Nemli, Panapakam on the sides, right? So he's from there. So he always wanted to start something here, start an office here and have a rural office that kind of helps create some employment in this ecosystem. That was the intention of how I ended up here, because na Kanchipuram da, na inga da ennoda oor idhu da. I was in Bangalore before. Then everything came together. I moved here and we started this office. That's how I ended up here. And that's how my relationship with this campus also started, right? And initially we were just hiring for, and we're still hiring for research roles, data research, data analysis, and the type of roles, mostly science and commerce graduates na hire pannitrukom. But I think this year, looking at how things are changing last 3 years, and looking at how innovation can come from anywhere. Ipo enga campus le pathina, we've been doing a lot of back-end work initially. Ipo recent-a இந்த ஊர்ல இருந்து நாங்க ஹையர் பண்ண சில பசங்க, they are building unbelievable AI models and all of that, right? State of the art models. We now started a data science team here itself. So now we are looking at expanding this data science team here. And I was speaking with Ratnakumar sir today morning about how can we have some kind of data science internships where people come and learn with us on the job. அந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது ஒரு program start பண்ண முடியுமா with the campus? And he said, it's also interesting to see how universities' mindset have changed. ரொம்ப கன்சர்வேட்டிவாக இருந்த ஒரு மைண்ட் செட்டில் இருந்து now I think everything is becoming more open, more flexible, more open to work with companies and academia. So look forward to partnering in such initiatives. ஒரு 4 பைத்தன் எழுத தெரிஞ்ச கோட் எழுத தெரிஞ்ச பசங்க இல்லை கற்றுக்கணும்னு பசி இருக்கிற பசங்க கிடைச்சாலே போதும். That's what we are looking for, right? And that's the kind of people we hire, and that's what has made the center also stand out. இப்போ இந்த நெமிலி அப்படின்ற ஊர் யாருக்குமே தெரியுமான்னு தெரியல வெளியே, but there are people who work with customers in Seattle or work with customers in Paris, sending emails from Nemli. So and we want to build more on that. That's why the data science team is becoming super critical. இது ரொம்ப கோயின்சிடென்டலாக இருக்குது. நேற்று தான் நான் எங்கள் சிஓ கிட்ட இதை பற்றி பேசியிருந்தேன். இன்றைக்கி இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு opportunity கிடைக்குது. So look forward to partnering on something like that, sir. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk. And we'll continue hiring for our research roles and all, but this is something new that we want to do. Of course. Look forward to collaborating, and yeah, that's the intent behind it. Thank you.
Sir, in this connection, we want to record a fact that our university students got best fresher award from your company. So we have received a few awards from your organization, Harita, Mubina Bonu.
Oh, okay.
So
I used to work with Harita quite frequently. Okay,
yes.
Good to know, sir.
She was a top scorer in your organization. So
Yeah.
so the organization has appreciated very much and provided an award from your side. So thank you, sir.
Okay.
So our university students will continue and provide more enrich for your organization. So we look more forward for your collaboration.
Super, sir. Harita நேத்து கூட ஒரு Kaplan Meier curve plot பண்ணி கொடுத்தாங்க. She is our visualization expert in the team. So yeah, look forward to working with more people like that. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, sir.
So now we are recording the employer's satisfaction also. So you can express your thoughts about if you have our students as employees, employer satisfaction. Otherwise, we can improve our students for good to become as better employees.
So, good afternoon, all of you, and we are privileged to be here in this forum, representing Saint Gobain, and we look forward to great talents from your university, and we will be waiting for great collaboration with your institution, because being a near neighborhood industry, the students will also be more interested to acquaint their career with us. So I request Pugal sir to take over.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. Good afternoon, all. Sir, we are from Sri Perumbudur, Saint Gobain Glass. So we take boys and girls from Polytechnic. That is the entry level. What we take them as apprentice, then they move into our organization as an entry level. So now, after 1 or 2 years, is there any possibility? Can we tie up a curriculum on manufacturing with your university? And they can do an evening college, or because they'll be working. So we want to bring that as a sandwich program where we can have both morning or evening based on their shift, if it is possible. And if there is a hostel also, it will be motivating for them to stay here, work with us, and also do their higher education. Is it possible? Model. We can also build a joint curriculum on manufacturing. More than getting into mechanical, electrical, bring a mix of all so that they are successful in the manufacturing industry. Sure. Maybe we can have a separate meeting and we will try to evolve such program. Sure. Sure. Thank you so much.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Satish from HL Mando Anand. Thank you for the opportunity for inviting us. So while most of us in the room know that about 10, 20 and 70 learning model, where 10 and 20% learning comes from formal and informal studying, 70% of the learning comes from doing the on the job. So that is one of the key, that is why we are all here to discuss that. So while currently we don't have much of interaction or collaboration with the university, we are looking forward. There are a lot of opportunities to collaborate with internships and then like fixed term employment or full-time employment. We would like to kickstart with the formal internship process to start with, and then slowly we will see how we can collaborate for the full-time employment, and then also with curriculum collaboration and all that. So maybe like sir was mentioning on the part-time engineering, we have a lot of people who are diploma qualified, who are looking for part-time engineering courses. So we are also keen into that aspect. We'll discuss or we'll collaborate and we'll find out like how we can work on the weekend courses, or we work on shifts. So maybe we'll also work on other opportunities, how on a weekday basis also we can make some batches and continue. Yeah, thank you. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes. Okay. Okay. Sure. Yes.
What is needed for industry, that we can frame and we can present it.
Sure.
And that is what we are evolving it. That is, suppose we want a safety courses or a diploma, particular area, safety management or production control or advanced welding, whatever the area. With that training also we can give it. That also possible. We can arrange.
Sure, sir. We'll look into the possible collaboration.
We also want that modernization application. We are modernizing our laboratory.
Okay.
So whatever the technology we have, whatever the new machines, new equipments, and you can train our faculty and our students, of course, can also support our laboratory by
Sure.
donating some
Sure, sure.
equipments and everything. That's very much big.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Sir, and also from the admission team of our institution, we are happy to share that we are charging very nominal fee for the BE engineering part-time programs, particularly civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics and also. We are providing only 30,000 rupees per semester for the students, the two with the flexible timing mode. So that's what from our side, it's our request to convey this message to your company employees and all that. Yes, sir.
Hello, hello. Yeah. So, namaskaram, everyone. So, actually, today morning when I entered here, right, there were a lot of goosebumps with me. Why? Because 25 years back, I left this university as a student. Right, today I'm back here as an alumni. So, thanks to this university and thanks to Periva and everyone, right, for their ashirvadams. So, today I'm standing here. So, today I came here, right, representing an organization called FUSE. So FUSE is an NGO organization. We are all partner, right, or volunteer in that, right, where we educate the students and also share knowledge with the industry, right. The industry that I work is clinical research organization. So in my day job is AstraZeneca. So I am the director in AstraZeneca for statistical programming. So FUSE is a voluntary organization. So as part of FUSE, today me and my other friend Santosh, so we came to this college, right, to meet the students and tell them and educate them what are the opportunities, right, they can get in this industry, right. So we talk about a lot of technology, right, Python, and we talk about many things, right, Java and everything. But the industry awareness, right, is what is missing. So that's what many of them do not even have this awareness of this clinical research and development. We all came to know only when the pandemic struck us, right? Or there is an industry called clinical development and all these things are happening. So we were in from that industry. And thanks to the Chancellor and also the Pro-Chancellor and to the Kannan and my professor Nirmal Raj sir, right? So he was my professor, right? I learned database management system from him. Today also I use that. So thanks to all of them for giving us the opportunity today and be here. Thank you, sir.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Very happy to be visiting this campus along with Bhaskar. I'm Dr. Santosh Karthikeyan. I work as a Global Technical Director with AstraZeneca. And we are representing FUSE, as Bhaskar mentioned, which is a not-for-profit organization. It's a global data science community operating across the globe. And we as industry professionals associate as volunteers within the FUSE program. And I know a lot of us touched upon the placement cell, but I think there is a pressing need where we can address the gap between the industry and academia, because we were talking to students on the ground, visiting various institutions. And we think that there is a pressing need to review the curriculum itself from the industry lens. I come from a data and AI background, so there are a lot of areas which we can embed. So I'm looking forward to collaborate with the institution along with Bhaskar. So this is just a starting point, right? Sambhav 2025. So I hope we can kind of associate further in terms of reviewing the curriculum. And also we do have internship programs from an organization perspective and different pharma companies that are associated with the Fuse community. So we will keep you posted in terms of the internship opportunities, especially from a biopharmaceutical industry standpoint. And also just a heads up, there is a APAC Connect that is happening in Hyderabad next year, where industry professionals, academicians, and various other stakeholders attend that event. So I would urge our institution also to join that, and I will share the details with the institution. Please do participate in that, where you can get insights on all the emerging technologies, and also it gives an opportunity for students, especially if you have someone as a high performer, you can nominate them to attend those kind of conferences, which can give them the exposure in terms of how it is trending from a clinical research standpoint, and also the advancements of technology. So we will share the details with the institution. Please do join in, and it's nice meeting you all. Feel free to reach out to us if you want to discuss on any thing which can improve our industry academia connects. And the second one I would like to highlight is from an India standpoint, especially around data and AI, there are various initiatives that is in progress. So I would urge the institution to look at opportunities where industry professionals can come and teach the students. For example, Bhaskar traveled from Bangalore, and I just came from today morning from Delhi. So we are passionate industry professionals, right, who want to kind of give the students back to the community in terms of what we have learned from the institution and from the industry experience. So we definitely look forward to kind of something like a professor of practice, right, where we can come and teach students on different programs, share our expertise. And today I saw the energy from the students, right? They were very curious to know from our computer science students, right? Computer science students, that they want to learn further, right? How I can be a cyber security engineer. And they are very aspiring to know the different roles that are emerging, right? So I see that thirst in their eyes. So we definitely need to kind of bridge that gap. That's where I really recommend that we continue with these kind of forums. I know this is a starting point for all of us. So let's continue this, right? And let's have a kind of a periodic review. Let's not make it as a one-time activity, but rather make it a frequent connect for us, right? Where we, all of us, can meet and discuss, right, how we are progressing. It's not just we are done with this conversation, go out, but rather let's take some action items out of it. Let's work toward that. And placement is one area of it, but there are a lot of other broader problems which we can solve. So let's work on that. So that's my immediate thoughts. Thank you.
Rightly, you have said rightly that placements is only one thing. So many areas are there to discuss and collaborate. That is good.
Yeah, so to continue with his words, I take up the chance to register that here. Because placement and internship is only one area, I would like to remind the members to spark up about the possibilities of suggesting research needs in your companies. Because we have expertise in project process optimization, product optimization. We have people, we are having professors. So if anything is there, you please do consider us. Yeah, this is, I'm Dr. Shivakumar, Director of Research and Development Cell. So if there is any opportunities for collaboration, particularly for process, project, particularly material or molecular optimization, circuit, or mechanical engineering, product optimizations, you please communicate with us. That's my humble request.
I mean, what Dr. Shivakumar mentioned sounds quite interesting. There are actually quite a bit of see, what happens is that we can actually get a lot of finished bought out parts, but those things actually come at certain economics. Yeah, but if we can actually sort of work on improvising those parts. So, for example, we buy a camera, the hardware alone, but we can actually build a lot of things actually around it and then convert it into a vision camera which can actually do a whole lot of things. So those are areas that actually interest us, and we have quite a bit of challenges in those areas. So we'll connect offline and then we'll see how we can take it forward.
Hello, yeah. I'm Kotishwaran from HCL Technologies. So I work in Chennai campus in Sholingnallur. Thanks for this opportunity with Chancellor Sir and Pro Vice Chancellor and other faculties. So basically my role today is that I've been doing a lot of campus interest this year. So I just found that there's a lot of gaps is there between the institute and the industries. Many people are already voiced out, they have gaps in the studies itself, the curriculum itself, there's a lot of gap is there. So to assess the ground reality, we went to many campuses this year, and then I personally interviewed a lot of students also. And the reality is that the industry is changing at a faster pace, and the institutes are not coping up with that actually. So many things we observed that this is one aspect. The other stakeholders, the students themselves actually. The mindset of the current generation students is totally different than what we used to pursue at least some 5 years back. The difference between the students 5 years back and now it's totally a different phase. And students are learning a lot of unwanted things than the wanted things. So that is what we observed it. And more on the bandwidth is not used properly in the practical aspects. So they lack a lot of critical thinking. This is maybe due to their cell phone cultures and other things, what they observe it and then pass it on their mind, rather than we used to have some kind of thought process will be kindled each and every time, and we go deep into that. So that critical thinking and emotional intelligence, all these things are missed out actually. So of course they are very intelligent, but not to the thing which is industry is expecting. So how to bring that focus is that the way that industry and the institute need to collaborate and make it more interesting for them to learn these things and then put that in practice is what I am expecting actually. So I went and sat in a couple of board of studies also, but to be very frank, I got shocked that many of the syllabuses are outdated actually. So still a lot of institutes are teaching the syllabus which is more outdated. One particular example probably I'll give. I came from in EC department. I went to Satyabama University to review the recent course curriculum in Board of Studies. I still found that they are teaching wire-wound resistors and color coding of the resistors, which is no more used in the industry actually. So like that I picked up and I saw that a lot of, to be very frank, that meeting was planned for 1 hour, but we ended up in timing 5 hours of reviewing the syllabus. And we found that there are a lot of gaps are there. I think we need to, if you want to set right, it's better to start from the course curriculum, the student orientation, the practical. I think it needs a lot of holistic approach to correct the entire system. Otherwise, I think it will be very difficult. So we have successfully did this kind of experiments in a few of the colleges for the past 5 years, and we see phenomenal results were evolving actually. Some of the freshers were able to write the device drivers for the new chipsets produced by Intel, and people were able to write the base material operating systems for the embedded system products. So what we found is that if students are properly groomed together to the industrial relevant things, right, they are capable of achieving it. Only thing is that I think the institute and the industry need to work in the syncing process. So I think that kind of MOUs and things like that can be in place so that we can definitely bridge these kind of scenarios, and more productive students can be produced out of this college. That's my viewpoint.
institution. So we will implement all your suggestions and
So we will implement all the suggestions which have been provided. So on behalf of this conclave, we have planned to create a WhatsApp group. So I will share the link. Kindly join this, and you will provide the valuable suggestions. So we will continuously work for this. So for the betterment of young minds. So it should be because lot of eminent dignitaries are there. Your suggestions will be considered, and will work for achieving best results, making a good Indian society.
Yeah, good evening. I am Krishnamurthy from Rane Group, Rane Madras Limited. Our factory is situated near Walajabad, Varanasi. So we are also thinking to tie up having BE courses for our diploma employees, like Pugalindi sir said. So we'll have a separate meeting on that, and we'll take it forward. And internship and all for short term and long term, we are ready to provide. So we'll have discussion on that. We are ready to support. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Venkat Narayanan. I'm from the Rane Group. So there's an interesting thing that you mentioned about internship. I think it's pretty important. What we have done is we've gone for long-term internships for recruiting graduate engineer trainees for the last 2 or 3 years. Of course, most people here are from the manufacturing background. There are other worlds which I'm sure someday will come to your institute, like the GCCs, the IT industry, the pharma industry. Of course, I just saw my friends from AstraZeneca, but I'm sure there are more organizations. And BFSI, I think Chennai is full of opportunities. But specifically to manufacturing, for us it's important to get people with a passion for manufacturing. Because manufacturing world is very different than the services world, particularly IT, GCCs, etc., etc., etc. So while data science is important and everything else is important, even in manufacturing, the reality, shop floor is a reality in manufacturing. The life is tough out there, which is very different. So there are a few factories which are air conditioned, but then not all. So therefore, it's important. I'm sure even your own mix today may be very different. You may have 1 or 2 branches in mechanical and electrical, and 10 branches in. Because I'm associated with few other institutions on the board of studies. So one VC was telling me that there are 24 branches of computer science, IT, with all kinds of extensions of AI, intelligence, this, that. And there are just about a branch and a half of mechanical and electrical taken together. So I think that preferences are changing today. So I'm sure you need to keep that in mind. And in our case, like you said, year 2, year 3, year 4, there are a lot of private universities which are offering around 6 months of internship in the final year, 6 to 9 months. So what it does is it really prepares the student. So for example, we take usually around 150 or 200 people, and out of which 100 people leave and 100 people stay back, and that's okay for us because it's a paid internship, and it gives us an opportunity for the student to see us, for us to see the student, and only those who want stay back. Therefore, the retention is much better. So that is one. In fact, last month on February 14, there was a major conclave organized by Madras Chamber of Commerce and Industry on industry academia interface. And all kinds of people had come together to see how to improve this interface. Because, I mean, today, neither the industry nor the academia are ready to welcome each other and collaborate seamlessly. Let's face the facts. Even industry is not ready to engage with the institution because they are not prepared adequately, because it's a serious job. I can't take it lightly that, okay, some 10 students are coming there and give them a project work and then they go back and give it. No. Similarly, faculty members need to understand industry much more deeply than their comprehension today, and then become practical. So therefore, they need to spend time as much as these people go to industry. The faculty members also need to go to the industry and spend some time there once in a while, 1 day, 2 day. Forget about the consulting work, but just be there around, see what's happening, because they also need to connect. If the faculty do not connect, how do they expect the students to connect? How can they guide the student? And similarly for practicing managers, you have this wonderful professor of practice concept now, so you can invite people to be involved with you in very many ways. And so therefore, and secondly, you should organize some city meets. See, there is a bit of a logistics challenge in all of us coming here. So some of those times the university can come and organize some evening forums in the cities and engage with us, like Dr. Shivakumar can talk about your competencies to the right people. We can have focus group discussion, etc., etc. And so faculty development. Of course, I'm very happy to see one gentleman from the alumni network. I'm sure more alumni can also make a huge difference. We were just briefly talking about, I think this alumni with 30 years, I'm sure many of them are in very senior positions. I studied in PSG College of Technology, and alumni have contributed tremendously to build a new auditorium there, etc., etc. I mean, the support is unbelievable. I'm sure you should also leverage on the alumni network. And thank you, it's wonderful being here. Thank you.
Can I just add something? I wanted to say that you have here a manufacturing person who's passionate about it. I'm a professor of practice, and my background is in aerospace manufacturing. And in fact, I was excited to see that you're looking for manufacturing engineers. I hope you can also work with us in developing our MBA curriculum towards materials, purchasing management, and also manufacturing management techniques. It would be great if we can collaborate in developing the syllabus, and then I can send those people over to you to work on the shop floor, just-in-time manufacturing, Kanban techniques, whatever. But it'd be great for them to learn. One of the problems is that there's no exposure. So they don't have the inspiration. So it would be great if you could work with us on that. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Srivatsan from Rajrathan Global Wires. I have come here along with my colleague Silvarajyo. So we came at lost, so I didn't know the context of the start of this conversation. But over the last, observing the last 2, 3, I understood what you can do and what we can do to each other. So that's what I understood. The discussion is on. So now what from Rajrathan is a tire bead wire manufacturer. So it's a wire manufacturing industry, which is a specialized type of wire, which is a plated wire. So what we look for as a support from where we can collaborate with each other, and where I expect the support from the university is you can help us on our metallurgical needs. We are deeply into metallurgy, and we are facing a lot of challenges in resolving certain we can associate with each other on that. And I think there are a lot of opportunities in our kind of industry, which is kind of a continuous process industry broadly, and also it has a discrete part in ground and nut. So it is a combination of both. There is a lot of opportunity with respect to wonder from waste, waste reduction with respect to the chemicals. There are a lot of chemicals being used. So I expect that chemistry department here can play a role on making the processes efficient and on waste reduction. We have one of the biggest ETP, effluent treatment plant, where we treat about 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs liters per day. So there are many scopes where we can collaborate with each other. with respect to chemical grounds, metallurgical grounds, and also with respect to the strength of materials. With respect to and also there are a lot of scopes, because these areas we are actually looking for to collaborate with few industries, few colleges nearby. We actually are based out of Madhya Pradesh. Our mother factory is in Madhya Pradesh, and we have a factory in Thailand, and we have put up a factory recently in Chennai, and we have gone commercial only last month. Last year, August, we took 3 of your students from chemistry department. They are doing really good, and within 6 months we promoted them also. So I just want to give a note of congratulations that students here are maybe I could have got the top cream layer, but they are doing really good. As Mr. Venkat from Rane was telling, now we are being in manufacturing industry, the time doesn't matter, the results matter. The efforts doesn't matter, the results matter. So there is no end until the problem is solved or the goal is reached. So that kind of desperation is missing in this tenure. So I'm into building up the team in last 6 months. When I could able to ask the students, about fits on interviews, various interviews, certain mechanical students, about what is a fit, what is a motorcycle. I'm from a Corona batch is the answer. Huh? Hello, don't ask this to me, I'm from a Corona batch. So that is the condition that we are in recently. In many colleges, many students we have approached, and there are vital few, there are trivial many. I think the trivial many is increasing here. So we have to work on this strongly. The basics, if the basics and the passion are there, passion is there, then rest is taken care. The industry is ready to teach and groom and take them along, but the basics and passion, that is what we expect. So on the apart from that, from Rajratan, we are open to host you on industrial visits. We are ready to have interns from you. We will be happy to have more students from you. We are looking for physics, chemistry, some in mechanical engineering. And we are also okay to take up some projects. There are a lot of challenges which we have to work on, like high speed, AI-based, camera-based defect identification on a high speed line. So there are many things which we are working upon, which could be interesting for your mechanical engineering students also. So I thought that could be an interesting point to collaborate also with respect to the projects of the final year or M.Tech students, whatever it is. So that is it from my side. Thank you.
Yes, sir, as suggested earlier, we can take up that is particular problem if you can communicate. Our students are there, that is that some Sabarish, Ajay, and then one more for Saranyan. Yeah. So if specific problems were suggested, we will work out, and then we will take up the research work. No problem.
So I think we heard. No, I'm a chemical engineer, but don't hold that against me. I think there was several instances where you mentioned about number one, students needing to be better trained to meet what industry needs. Opportunities for our faculty and students to perhaps get involved in research that you don't have the personnel and time for, right? And it seems that they're there. That's going to get our faculty and students involved in doing things that not only will solve your current problems, but hopefully really get them trained in the kinds of things that you want them trained on, right? And make them employable, right? So that's a good way to get them the real training, get them prepared, and obviously when you see the results, you'd want to hire them.
So the question is, given that we brought that up, can we somehow formalize a way that we can look for these opportunities, like in every one of your companies, is there a single point of contact that perhaps, Professor Shiv Kumar, our R&D director, and, Dr. Kannan, our placement person, can be in touch with? Perhaps, once a quarter, they should be coming around and visiting your companies, right, and saying, here are the things that are areas of expertise and where we can help you. And we would like to see what kinds of problems you're facing, right? Because we've got faculty and students that can help solve these problems, right? So I want to take this opportunity to try and figure out if we can establish a mechanism and understand how do we look for these specific opportunities, right? Given that clearly they exist, right? We want to understand what they are, and we want to get engaged in solving them, right? So if we can, anybody has any suggestions? Would you be the single points of contact? Or, if every one of your companies has a point of contact for us to get in touch with, because that's something we would immediately start on, right? And saying, here, we discussed this, we would like to understand, we would like to perhaps come and visit and listen to what your problems are that we can get engaged in. So I don't want to lose that opportunity to kind of get started on that aspect, which clearly everybody agrees is an important one.
So we'll create a WhatsApp group. We'll communicate frequently, sir.
In the current scenario. So what I see is that we do a lot of R&D work as a services company, but we have a lot of disconnect with the actual users actually. But I see a lot of people, end consumers are there, like mechanical companies, for example. Gentleman told that a lot of machine vision is based solution is required in the metallurgy side, and some of the manufacturers, they need some kind of anomaly detection. All these things students were engaged actually. So some of the service industries like us, we are also working like AI mechanism, all these things. We cannot go and directly work with these kind of people because of company policies and structures will be there actually. And what I strongly believe is that the institute can play a pivotal role and can facilitate this kind of joint research in the industries actually. We don't need to go to the IP level. Probably most of the researchers can be in the open source based kind of thing. We can do in the abstract level and then possibly create some kind of artifacts or reusable accelerators. So where the students can also learn, at the same time it will be useful for both the industries also. It is like kind of a win-win situation. Maybe your industrial consultancy and research group can facilitate that kind of activities. It will be good actually, so that the joint research between the interdisciplinary kind of industries like IT and manufacturing, all these things can put together, and then they can create a lot of good R&D kind of artifacts. So that's what I'm proposing.
This WhatsApp group that you're proposing, I think you need to be sensitive to the fact that every company is going to have their own secrets, so they don't want to reveal in a general WhatsApp group with all the other companies, right? So you certainly don't want one big group with everybody, right? That is my point about really being individually in touch with everyone. Yeah, and his idea of having a general forum is good, right? But clearly that's going to be discussing generalities, not specific problems with each company.
Yeah, myself Yuvraj, and I work closely with Pugal sir from Saint Gobain, HR. And I have one point. Actually, many of the industries, manufacturing industries, now focus on gender diversity. So, since I work closely with Pugal on the skill development, I just wanted to bring one point that as a academia, we need to bring or enroll women candidates into mechanical. There is a gap which we feel whenever we go for a campus, even for GET recruitments for engineering colleges or diploma, we find a gap. Only male candidates are available for the mechanical stream. So we humbly request that institutions should focus. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll have to, as a team, we'll have to focus that and we'll have to enroll them. So from Saint Gobain, what we do is like we provide a scholarship support also for enrolling, encourage women candidates to be part of mechanical. So that initiative, if that is the case, we can think through on that.
So thank you, sir. First of all, gentlemen from Rane and gentlemen from Rajaratan Global Wire Private Limited for throwing lights on the importance of core engineering and manufacturing engineering. So I have two queries in my mind. This is the voice of my students. Myself, HOD of Mechanical Engineering Department. What are all the primary factors contributing to the lower salaries for the core engineering students compared to the IT professionals? So, please.
Students get paid more than what IT pays today. That's the data that I have. IT doesn't pay IT beginning salary anyway. Shankar is there next to you. He can clarify more. But I think the core manufacturing companies pay more starting salary than IT.
But our own students have placed in nearby Axils India Private Limited. And last week I had a call from the L&T Valves also. They have given assurance that 15,000 per month.
No, but you see L&T Valves, Srihari said that the graduate engineer trainees are recruited for them differently, not through this route. So there are certain schemes. If your talent, if your students are good enough to go through that and come in, then they get a different salary. But if they are recruited this way, then that's a different way of entry. So that compensation level will be very different. I think it's a good idea for us to discuss this offline, and I can give you some suggestions on what needs to be done.
Fine,
but there are multiple levels of entry, and there are tiers. See, like IITs come at one level, NITs and few colleges come at other levels, so certain other colleges. So all companies have different compensation levels for taking people from different categories of institution. So I think it will be good for us to have a small group discussion with you for more clarity on what drives entry-level compensation.
Welcome, sir. So one more thing, how can we change the perception of core engineering roles and demonstrate their values to the industries?
No, to the industry or to the students?
Both, sir, in both ways.
I thought
both ways, sir, both ways.
No, the industry understands. That's why we are in the business of core engineering. So the idea is how to attract brighter students to core engineering is the challenge. I mean, I don't have a one-word response now. Yes. Maybe I think there are some good topics for panel discussion. Sir. My young friends are ready with some ideas to discuss, but we'll talk about it.
Yes, sir. Because today entire engineering student market is moving towards IT sector rather than core engineering. So that's what we would like to know some ways to attract the students towards the core engineering.
I'll tell you this. Sir. See, now mass employment and manufacturing has both detached. I began my career in a steel company which employed 4 lakh people 40 years back. Today that company employs 70,000 people, whereas the Infosys, TCS and others of the world employ 4 lakh and 5 lakh people. See how things have changed. So it depends on where there is an opportunity for this talent to go and grow. So manufacturing certainly is no longer a mass employment industry. I think there are lots of changes now. So we need to adapt to what's happening in the world, which industry employs whom and what kind of a talent, where there is growth opportunity, continuous learning. I think it's a very complex phenomena. So broad brushing it may not help anyone. So we'll get down to the specifics. Thank you.
No, just to add, I think what's going to happen now in the future with lots of AI coming, I think your IT recruitment is going to come down. Yeah. So there's mass recruitment of engineers that IT companies have been hiring, with at 3.5 lakh rupees or 3.6 lakh rupees, that's going to come down. They're going to hire more skilled people at higher salaries, and the numbers at the 3.5 will come down. So I think this rush to set up all these computer science and all getting into IT jobs is going to slowly go away. But equally, manufacturing will also become more IT oriented. So it's not manufacturing by the old lathe and drills. Now you got to get more automation and thing into it. So I think both these have to really come together. Yeah. So I think even in your courses, you have to bring more automation, IT, robotics, all of those, so that that's also a unique thing that you build. Whereas I think your computer science the base computer science will go away. It has to be much more skilled, more either in data analytics or more, it's not going to be the base vanilla that we've been hiring. So that will change. So I think what I would suggest is, I think both in the core manufacturing, there are good manufacturing companies here. Maybe you can work with them to see what you can do to your curriculum to make it, really the best. Similarly, IT, will also have to change. Both these will completely change over the next few years. So I think you will have to, as a university, work on it. So one is thinking about that curriculum where you can partner with them. But there are other options, because I think all the companies have diploma holders or thing. How can they become engineers? So that's an opportunity where you can really step in. At the same time, I think industry can contribute to send people to teach here. For that you have to have the right forum, right thing. Once you say these are the ones you need, maybe you can do that. And to create more interest in core engineering, maybe some visits, some kind of, just to show the opportunities, we'll have to work on all of those. Yeah.
Faculties are not aware. And today, students are visiting more industries than faculty. So we should build that as a forum. And there, they should know what is happening in the manufacturing. Today, the entire manufacturing has changed a lot. And the growth is happening there. So what is growth? That depends on the people, how they look at. I think that has to be revisited. Rather than pushing students to getting into industry, how to take from the industry and make our students more successful, equivalent to wherever they are. Slowly, the place of learning is moving from classroom to shop floor.
Thank you, sir. As we conclude today's event, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to all our esteemed guests, faculties, industry representatives, and board members for making Sambhav 2025 a grand success.
A special thanks to the organizing team, university management, and all the industry representatives for their valuable contribution. We hope this collaboration continues to grow, paving the path for the bright future.
With that, we officially conclude today's Industry Academia Collaboration Conclave. Have a great evening. Up next, we have an engaging panel discussion on skills for the future workforce. I now request every one of you to go to library second floor for the panel discussion. Thank you, everyone.
We are in the process of setting up a research park in the campus, pretty much on the lines of the IITM Research Park. In fact, we are being hand-holded by the team at IIT Madras to set this research park here. And that will facilitate continuous engagement with industry, especially on the R&D aspect of it. The second point I wanted to highlight to you is we have an Ayurveda college and hospital in Poonamalli, specifically in Nazratpet, close to Poonamalli. And Ayurveda, as you know, is a holistic system of medicine. So apart from treating various work-related disorders, we also have wellness programs. We are also conducting several camps at various industries. So if you are interested in holding a camp or further interaction on the Ayurveda college, we would be happy to do that. And just on a lighter note, day after we have a Shankara marathon at Kanchipuram. So if you have some fitness buffs in your organizations, please ask them to join us. It starts at 6 a.m. on Sunday. Thank you very much.
So for your employees, yoga camps also we can conduct, from yoga camps and some Ayurveda health related issues also we will have with you, right?
I now request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, to honor few more dignitaries. I now request everyone to join for the group photo.